You can do it. You can do it, Samataji.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for
much.
coming and joining.
Thank you, Ji.
Good to see you, Soumya. Thank you for joining today. Great. Okay, let's go ahead. Say yes to money. So we have read here last time. I know we forget it because after a week we joined. Capture the feeling associated with your realized wish by assuming the feeling that would be yours. Were you already in possession of the thing you desire, and your wish will objectively objectify itself? So simple meaning is out of all the technical words is that you believe what you desire, and then it will materialize for you. So it will manifest for you. That is the simple meaning, but given in the complex language by Neville Goddard. Right? Let's go ahead. Say yes to money. Okay. Let's go ahead, Samaji.
Yes, dear. Thank you. Remember, anytime you hear of another person receiving more money or success, get excited because it means you are on that frequency. It is evidence that you are on a good frequency to be excited as if it were happening to you, because your reaction to the news is everything. If you react with joy and excitement for the other person, you are saying yes to more money and success for yourself. If you react with joy and excitement,
That is done. That is done.
sorry, yeah. If
Samaji.
you react by feeling disappointed or envious that it's not happening to you, your bad feelings are saying no to more money and yes for yourself. If you hear of a person winning the lottery, or you hear of a company making record profits, be excited and happy for them. The fact that you heard the news tells you that you are on the same frequency, and your reaction of feeling good feelings for those people says yes for you.
Yes. So this is a wonderful thing actually. And actually, she has explained, she has come down on a very, very basic level and teaching us as small kids. You know, it has a very big spiritual meaning. It has been written in all the spiritual books, you know, like whatever anybody is achieving or doing, be happy for them, bless them. Don't never ever feel anything disappointed or envious or jealous of them. It's always written, it's a fact, right? But we don't understand, right? That is the problem. So she has come to a very, very basic level to help understand. Now she is saying that how can you say yes to money? So whenever you see anybody having money, receiving some check, receiving some lottery, receiving something, or a company making profits, instead of saying or passing comments, yeah, I know how much corruption they are involved in, or I know what they are doing to make it happen, or I know how much politics this person plays, and that is how he's got the position. All of this is really nonsense. Because if you will look deeply into yourself, when we say or make those assumptions, or when we utter those statements, it is our insecurity that we are covering up deep within. It is our insecurity that we cover up deep within. Otherwise, there is no need. We can simply say, very good, and move on and feel happy about it, right? So, that particular incident, when I am feeling jealous, actually, it reminds me of my own insecurity, my insecure self. And instead of feeling more of it, I must release that particular moment, that insecurity feeling that I am getting if I am feeling jealous from anybody, right? And if you are seeing anybody, she's saying in very simple words, say yes, be happy. She's saying that your bad feelings, whatever you feel bad about anyone, are saying no to more money and success for yourself. And if you hear them having all this, then say yes. When you are having good feelings, it is a way to say yes for yourself, right? So years ago, I reached, let's go ahead, Samataji, you can read it.
Yeah.
Priya, I have
A
a
few
question here. Can I ask?
Yes, Charukya.
So the thing is that okay, say I don't have, but say I have a daughter who is like 15 years old, right? And there is a, as you said, someone earning bad money. Say a terrorist is living in front of my house and is very rich. Now I would never want my child to feel good about a person who is earning money from terrorism, right? So I may while bless in my heart to that person that he goes on the right path and earns money the correct way. But how do you take care of your kid or your sibling who doesn't really understand all this?
Very
So
simple.
they will feel that terrorism is a good way to earn money. So somewhere we have to teach the correct thing also, no?
No, 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 no. Here, see, that is how the life is. We have to understand what is right and wrong. Then definitely I have to tell them that this is not the right way of making it. They are not doing the right thing, but we must pray for them instead of criticizing them, and we must bless them to be on the right path, right? Criticism is not going to do anything good to them. It is only going to make me feel bad or you feel bad. Let us sit together, close your eyes, let's pray for them. Oh God, please help these little children of yours who are totally unaware and doing such wrong things in our society. Please help them, bless them so that they get on the right path. I sincerely and truly pray for them. So when you make them do this process, they know at least how to do a prayer for them, right? So that is how it is, Actually, I'll share a beautiful incident. How I got this is like good question that you have asked at the right time. So my parents had to go somewhere on a car, and I was like not supportive. I said, "Why you want to go? Take the public transport. No, why you have to go for car, right?" But my brother is like, "I will go by my car. I want that comfort and all that, right?" I asked my mentor, like, I'm getting very bad images in my head, like, they're going and something is happening and all that. So how to handle this, I don't know. And you know what I got a response is, she has made a beautiful 4-year-old girl, and she told her, can you pray for her parents? And that girl just sat and she was murmuring something and she was praying for us. Beautifully, that 4-year-old. And then she has made a video asking, like, what you are doing? I am praying to Hanuman ji that their trip will go very well and they will come back so nicely. See how beautiful it is, right? And I was like completely inspired. I have never ever taken out time to sit and pray like that as she was doing. And she was continuously like this, she was doing 4-year-old, imagine. So that is the way to actually help them. And that way we will be able to create that positive energy in ourselves, and then at the same time handling the kind of negativity happening, right? Thank you for the question. I was able to only answer because of this incident that has inspired me so much by my mentor, right? Thank you. So all credit goes to them. All our mentors and gurus only, they can only enlighten us like this, right? Thank you for the question. Right. Let's go ahead, Samadaji.
Yeah, Priyaji, can you make it like full screen? Yeah, I can see it now. A few years ago, I reached an all-time low with money in my life. I had several credit cards that I had charged up. My apartment was mortgaged to the limit, and my company was in debt for millions of dollars because I was making a film called The Secret. I think my situation with money was about as bad as anybody's can get. I wanted money to finish the film. I knew the law of attraction and I knew I had to feel good about money to bring it to me. But it wasn't easy because every single day I was confronted by the mounting debt with people calling for money, and I had no idea how I would be able to pay my staff's wages. So I took drastic action.
My God, now she's sharing her real life experience when she was making that film, The Secret, right? and money like was there, millions of debts millions of dollars of debt was there on her. She says it was not easy because every single day I was confronted by the mounting debt and people calling me for money and no idea how would be able to pay the staff wages. So she says I took a drastic action. Let's go ahead.
I walked to an ATM and drew out several $100s from my credit card account. I needed that money so badly to pay the bills and buy food. But I took the money in my hand, walked down a busy street, and I gave the money away to people on the street. I put a $50, it's 50, right, bill in my hand, and as I walked, I looked at each person's face as they walked towards me, trying to decide who to give the money to. I wanted to give money to every single person, but I only had a certain amount. I let my heart choose and gave the money away to all kinds of people. It was the first time in my life I had felt love for money. But it wasn't the money itself that caused me to feel love. It was giving the money to people that made me feel love for money. It was a Friday, and afterward, I had tears of joy all weekend about how good I felt to give money.
Wow.
So,
Wonderful experience, right? So, I mean, actually, we must understand the depth of what she would have gone through. Millions of debt, people calling every day for money. She don't know how to pay the wages of the staffs. And then she took a decision, drastic decision, where she took her credit card account. She needed that money badly to pay the bills, buy food, but she took to the street and gave money away to the people on the street. She said, I put a bill, $50 bill in my hand, and as I walked, I looked to each person's face as they walked towards me and trying to decide whom to give this money to. She says, I wanted to give money to every single person, but I only had a certain amount that time. She said, I let my heart choose. So she has let her heart choose and gave the money away to all kinds of people. It was first time in my life I had felt love for money, not because of the money that caused me to feel love, but because of the gesture of giving away to the people that has made me feel have love for money. It was Friday, and afterwards, whole weekend she had tears of joy giving away that money. Right. So let's go ahead, Samataji.
on Monday afternoon, something astounding happened. My bank account received $25,000 through the most incredible sequence of events. That $25,000 literally fell out of the sky into my life and into my account. I had bought some shares in a friend's company years earlier and I had forgotten about them because they had never increased in value. But that Monday, I received a phone call asking me if I would sell my shares as they had skyrocketed in value, and by Monday afternoon, the money for the shares was in my account.
See, so once she has done that, how a wonderful thing has happened, and we will be learning more how this would have happened. And it is very easy to say. As normal people, if they would have read the power book, they would have said, so what, it was a coincidence, she did that and then it happened. Even if she would have not done it, then also it would have happened, but it doesn't happen that way, right? Everything happens for a reason, right? And when she was able to give that money, actually she has opened the doors to receive it back in her life, right? So let's go at Samataji. I mean,
Yes.
her story is so interesting that I don't want to interrupt much with my words. Let's go ahead.
I didn't set out to give money away to bring more money to me. I gave it away so I would feel love about money. I wanted to change a lifetime of feeling bad about money. If I had given away the money in order to get money, it would never have worked. because it would have it would have meant I was motivated by feeling a lack of money, which is negative, instead of being motivated by love. But if you give money away and if you feel love when you give it, most surely it will return to you. One man wrote a check and donated $100 to a charity he felt was very worthwhile. Within 10 hours of writing the check, he closed the largest sale he had ever had in his company.
Wow, wonderful. Actually, this paragraph is very, very important because after reading this, we are definitely going to try and give that money away in the streets. But maybe we will give it a feeling of expectation of receiving it back. Right? Oh, it has happened with Rhonda Bai and all. Let me try. Maybe, some lottery will happen for me or something else, right? She says, I didn't set out to give money to bring more money to me. It was not deliberately done by her in that way. I gave it away so that I could feel. So her intention was to feel good about it, right? She says, I wanted to change a lifetime of feeling bad about money, right? That it all always less. I have so many debts, this and that. She says, if I had given that money in order to get money, so we all usually do the charity, right? Like I'll get it some way in my life. That kind of expectation, it would never have worked because it would have meant that I was motivated by the feeling of lack of money, which is negative, instead of feeling motivated by love, being motivated by love. So if you give money away and if you feel love, surely it will return back to you. And one man wrote a check, donated $100, felt worthwhile. He closed the largest sale, right? So now how I will come to know that if I have done it with right intention or not? Very simple. If it will return to me in some way, my intention was right. And if it is not going to return, wonderful way to understand yourself that your intention was manipulated. Even if you think it was not. Even so much you think that no, I did it wonderfully, I did it with pure intention. It was not. If you have to think about your intention, it is the first way of it is if you're thinking that if my intention was pure or not, this particular thinking only means it was manipulated. So you don't have to drag your head so much. Simply accept yourself and you have to become more selfless. That is the only lesson we can take out of this, right? So that is the way you can understand that if the intention was right or not, right? So it's not how much we give, but how much love we put into giving. So it is not much how much we give, but how much love we put into giving, right? So if you are struggling with money, let's go ahead, Samataji. Samataji, you can go ahead. You there, Samataji? Your video is stuck for us. We cannot see your video.
If you are struggling, order video is on, ma'am, but is the audio clear?
You have to then turn off the video because its video is stuck. Maybe
Are
some
you?
issue. You can turn off the video and speak, Samataji. Yes, now you can speak.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. If you are struggling with money, in order to feel really good about money, you can send thoughts of abundance of money to the people whom you pass on the street during the day. Look at each of their faces and imagine giving them plenty of money and imagine their joy. Feel it and move on to the next person. It's a simple thing to do, but if you really feel it, it will change how you feel about money and it will change the circumstances of money in your life.
Wow, wow. I am really truly inspired by the wonderful thoughts she has given today. If you're struggling with money, then in order to feel really good about money, send lots of abundance of thoughts. Putting you on mute, Samataji. Abundance of thoughts of money to the people you pass on the street during the day. Look at each face and give them plenty of money, right? Feel it, enjoy it, and move to the next person. It's simple thing to do. But if you really feel it, it will change how you feel about money, and it will also change the circumstance of life, right? So actually, today let us promise to each other, whosoever is attending the session today, let's promise each other. Let's not do it like how much we will give in materialistic, right? But let's promise that we will really give abundance of money in our imagination to each person we pass on street. So can everybody commit and promise that we are going to do this? Everybody. Can everybody do it? Right? Please, let's do it, right? Let's do it. And in fact, we can do it even now also. So we can watch each other faces and we can imagine how much, plenty of money. And I'm just going and giving. You take it. I have this. You take it, please take it. And then imagine the joy the other person must be having and saying, wow, wonderful, thank you. Right? So let's do it. Let's promise each other and make it as a habit. I am really feeling so inspired with this wonderful way. And what is the loss? Nothing, right? People will call us mad, that's all. And that too, if you will share with them that you're doing this. So don't share until you think that people will discourage you or don't share. Just do it. This is the best thing I learn about this self journey because um, when I see my family members not being much conscious and doing several things, and I am doing so much inside, the best thing is they don't know. This is the best part. They don't know what I am doing. They don't know what I'm speaking, right? And more wonderful ways. I have shared this last time when I had a fight, and then I was saying myself, I detach myself from ego. I detach. I want to feel good. All that I was doing. But then I was having a conversation with my husband, and he said, actually, in that moment, I was very angry with you, but you made a move. You spoke to me. Then I said, if you're making a move, let me also take a move. So I also spoke to you, and everything was normal in half an hour. So I was really thinking how I was doing it in my head and how he perceived it. Right? His way of perception was very different, that she had made me angry and she's coming back, let me work on it. But I was doing it in a very different way. Let me get out of, this anger. I release it. I detach. Lot of it I was continuously saying. So, but I was saying, wow, wonderful. I was doing some other way, he perceived some other way. The result is wonderful. What else we need, right? And he doesn't know anything. The beauty is he doesn't know anything what I did. And I have not even explained anything. I was happy with the outcome, right? As Meenakshi ji always says, whenever she has something, ho'oponopono, nobody knows she's doing ho'oponopono. Nobody, but she's doing it. And it's working beautifully. And the rule number 6. Rule number 6. Nobody knows what you're doing inside. You're just saying to yourself, rule number 6 applied. But the other person is saying, wow, her behavior is changed. She's acting so good. Let me just talk to her. Like that, right? Very nice. Wonderful. So we will make a promise, commitment that we'll do this with everybody we come across. Right? So career and business, we still have 5 minutes. Let's see if we can complete this because we have to. No, too big. Okay, we can do it next time, I guess. I mean, because time lack, we will do it next time, right? So,
Priya, I have a small doubt. Like last class I didn't attend. Rule number 6, can you just, brief it? I have gone through your video, but my understanding is not great.
okay.
Like I'm yeah.
Got it, Gauriji. So, Have you read it? The chapters, have you read it? I have not shared the chapter, right? The story or the chapter?
Yeah, you have shared video, no? Like the
The,
prince and all. Maybe
the
we
reading
also
of
read
the
it.
chapter. You know the story,
Oh,
two prime ministers
uh,
talking to each
It is a
other.
yeah,
screenshot, Nisha. It
It's
is
a
not
very.
from the book, it's a screenshot.
okay, okay. Right, right. Right. So, Meenakshi ji, would you like to take a chance and explain?
Priya, it will be nice from hear from you.
No, no, please. Or we can hear from Charu also because she has applied beautifully.
Yeah.
So, okay, Charu, let's go ahead. I mean, you should also get a chance to do it because you have applied beautifully. So, please take a moment to explain rule number 6.
Okay. Yes. So, Gauriji, if you have read that story, should I repeat the story
Yes,
in
yes.
brief?
Start
Okay.
repeating the
Yeah.
story. Take
So that everyone can understand more. So it's a story of two prime ministers who are having a very important, delegation or meeting kind of stuff, and it's hosted by one of the countries. And one person walks in and starts disrupting the meeting and starts saying, all that people say, no one listens to me and what all this is happening. And the host prime minister immediately says, John, apply rule number 6. And John is like absolutely silent, not even a utter word after that. And a person who is so furious, the matter finishes. Then some Mari, I think, walks in and she is also in the same mood that people don't listen. What is happening? All wrong decisions are being taken. No one listens to me. And she's blabbering all around and, destroying the environment. And when a prime minister is there, and again the host prime minister says, Mari, rule number 6, you have to remember. And she's like, dumb silence sits on her chair. Then another person comes in, the same thing repeats. And again, rule number 6, and silent. Now, this prime minister is not at all interested in what is going on and he forgets about his discussions. He says, can someone please tell me what is this rule number 6? And the prime minister says that rule number 6, I don't remember the line. Priya, you have to help me with that exact line. That, nothing is,
So,
what is it?
rule number 6 is don't take yourself goddamn
Damn, so
seriously.
seriously. Don't take yourself goddamn so seriously.
Too
Which
serious.
means too seriously. Don't take yourself goddamn too seriously. Which means that there is a big universe, right? And whenever you are trying to put your point across, or whenever your ego is hurt, or whenever your thing is not being put to the table, or whenever your decisions are not being accepted or respected by the other party, we think that we are so important, what we are saying is very much important, but no, you are not at all important. That's how I started applying. Everyone on the table is important. The other's point of view is also equally important. He's also coming from some sense. He may be more knowledgeable than you, seen more life. That's how I'm seeing is these days is that the other person may have seen more life than me in those decisions, and that is why their point of view is also equally important. Or I am not that important. Maybe the partner who I'm in a relationship with may be seeing something else or maybe liking something else. Why am I thinking that I am so important? And a lot of times we do that for time as well. That, my mom is not giving me time, my friend is not giving me time, people are not giving me time. So in all these instances, whatever I said, I started applying rule number 6. And my recent office one, I shared on the group with everyone that, I was chosen for work. And every time I thought that, my day is spoiled and all that. And my colleague started teasing me this time, no, we are not asked. You are not important now. That is why, in fact, they use that word. You are not that important. That is why they ask you to work. And I said, okay, now I have to apply rule number 6 here. I am not important, but maybe I am trusted by everyone. So, okay, rule number 6 is working here also. So,
Yeah.
believe me, at least 10, 20 places I have applied and it really works. And it's just that, that one line. Don't
Wonderful.
take yourself goddamn so seriously, and things will be just perfect.
Yeah. So, one correction here. Good that you have spoken today. It's not about to think that I am not so important. It's all about to think that I don't have to take myself so seriously.
Yes, take so seriously. Correct.
This is a
Correct.
difference, right?
Yeah,
So
yes.
what we do is I did all my household chores today. I made all the cooking today. And then look at these children. They don't value my cooking also. Now the rule number 6 applied. Don't take yourself goddamn too seriously. And you're completely relieved. Okay. I do all my work at my office. Such a post I am at. They all come and bush me. They all come and abuse me. Every burden put in on my table. Everything put on me. Rule number 6 applied. Don't take yourself goddamn too seriously. Okay.
Thank you.
This
Yeah,
is how
got it. No.
it's going to come in the picture, right? So whenever you're thinking, I am doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing so much, I've done this much, I've done everything. Rule
It was
number
applicable
applied.
to the Gauri. It was so much applicable.
No, in office you will find, Gauriji, it will apply a lot. In finance team, so it will apply a lot.
No.
You can start small things. You will start
I
seeing the change.
completely agree with you.
Yeah, today also I had a feeling I had to go to so many places, like I was scolding my husband. I am only doing everything. So this is applicable to me,
So before
seriously.
all that, rule number 6 applied. You can say quickly in your mind, rule number 6 applied. Don't take yourself goddamn too seriously. Be normal. It's okay. It's okay. That day you will be able to come down to the normal table. Otherwise, you'll go somewhere else, right? So it's a
Thank
wonderful way of coming back. Wonderful way of coming back and putting you out of that anxiety zone, which you have created by yourself.
Yeah.
Create that peace again in yourself, not outside, in yourself, that peace inside. And your peace will be completely restored. That is the power of rule number 6. And Charu, you have missed the last line. The visiting prime minister was so curious and asked,
Yes.
what are the other rules? And the host prime minister said, there are not any. There are no rules other than rule number 6. Okay. So that is how is the story. I mean, you will enjoy it a lot when you will read it actually by yourself, Gauriji. So I'll
Okay.
share the screenshots again. You read it again by yourself. This time it will make more sense for you.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Priya. Thank you, Charu.
Thank
For
you
the
so
great.
Thank you, Charu. You have explained wonderfully. But one point here, you have to shift completely from thinking I'm not so important. You are important. You're definitely important.
Seriously, yeah, correct.
Very important. Actually, equally, even more important. That feeling is wonderful to
But
have.
since this question came up, like, when we are attached to an ego, at that point of time, actually, we think that we are very important. So, what do we do there?
Hmm.
Ego, mein toh that's the feeling, no?
So you just attach the feeling of ego. Keep the feeling of being important. Attach
Okay.
to ego.
Okay.
Feel that priority in yourself. I am precious. I am, appreciated. I am this. I am that. That good feeling. Detach the ego, which brings the discrimination between the two. I am superior than you. That feeling
Very
should be there.
bad.
That way, right? Great.
So
Thank
Thank you.
Charu, if I may be able to help, because especially at work front, we have different people with different mindset and different attitudes. How it works for me is to say I am deserving and it's okay.
you.
So I think somebody just telling off something, or during presentations or discussions something not going the way probably we would have envisaged, we tend to take it, अरे यार क्या इतना मेहनत किया, and this is what happens, or XYZ. And the ability to take criticism is something that gives this confusion of, am I taking it egoistically?
Hmm.
So the rule number 6, it's okay, and I am deserving, I am worthy, it's okay, this just didn't happen. It definitely helps me, so I thought I'll share with you.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Soumya. Soumya, yes, you've raised your hand. Please go ahead quickly. We will close the session in 2 minutes.
Yes, Priya. I have joined after a long time, and it's so good to see you.
So
And Gauri
really
Devi and
you too.
Shriji, I know few faces. That's all. Yeah, the thing, like I haven't, joined for the previous sessions, but today, whatever the rule number 6, which you're talking about, right? It suddenly reminded me of this movie, 12 Angry Men.
12
Uh,
man. Okay.
have
Hmm.
you seen that movie?
No, no. New.
You must watch. If possible, please, all of you watch it. It's
Okay.
about, a group of advocates. Actually, there are 12 members, and there is a judge.
Hmm.
And there comes a case where a teenager boy is a convict. Actually, he has killed his own father, and the judge gave one condition that all these lawyers, whoever are there, they must come with one decision whether the boy is guilty or not,
Hmm.
and everybody has to agree upon only one thing. Okay, so before the case even starts, the discussion starts, all the people were already convinced that the boy is guilty and the case is about to closed within an hour. But there is one man who says that the boy is not guilty,
Hmm.
and he changes, without any ego. Everybody is attacking him with his words and everything, but slowly he brings the point to the table. That's so wonderful, that all the other people gets convinced that the boy is not guilty by the end of the thing.
Oh,
And it also shows, whoever the lawyers are there, their traumas are also being seen.
hmm.
Whatever the trauma they have been carrying, the kind of judgment they have for other people. It's such a wonderful movie, and I am telling you, it's a black and white. Maybe in 1916 or somewhere that movie is. You need some patience to watch that movie. It's 3 hours, but by the end of the movie, it is such an amazing thing. It's worth of your time. I'm telling you.
Okay.
If you
Wonderful.
have time, please watch it. 12 Angry Men. This rule, actually, whatever you have mentioned, the movie sets an example, for that thing. Whatever you're talking, it's such a beautiful one.
Great. Thank you, Soumya. Thank you for sharing. One more suggestion we have got for our free time. So that's
भैया
yes, me.
this is अपना बैच वाला सौम्या
जी हाँ मैम, हाय मिनल जी.
कहाँ हो? Let me see your face.
बैटरी थोड़ा लो है. मैं फिर से ज्वाइन करूँ, पक्का मिलेंगे हम लोग.
Okay. So nice to see someone from my batch.
No,
Yes,
there's
yes.
also Deepti ji is also there.
Hi, Mindra.
Hi.
Oh, let
So
me
that
see.
is batch number 1 for me, where it all started with Meenal ji, Soumya, Deepti ji. We were 10 and that was the wonderful beginning actually. So thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so great. Thank you all of you. Bye-bye all. See you all. And we'll catch up for mirror
you.
work practice session very soon. Maybe this time Wednesday, we are going to meet again and we are going to talk about how ego affects relationships. So we will be connecting on that, right? So thank you all of you.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Love you all.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.